Oh shit, I'm on. Hey guys! Cold pizza for breakfast, yay. Alright. I didn't mean to hit the stream just yet. I wanted to finish this one bite, but happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. How y'all doing today? Somebody say something to let me know that you are here, that you're getting the transmission. It says 20 watching. Hey 20 people. What's up? Give me some love. Tell me what's up. Hey Brandon. You're always early. Yeah, you just started watching. I'm usually late. As I get better with this, I guess I'm getting to be more punctual, but before that I was just like like 10 minutes, 15 minutes late, so I'm trying not to be so CP. Hey Kelly, hey Brandon, hey Oral, Darko, Timothy. Troll with the purpose, American Bee, Cat Scratch. That hair? You laughing at my hair? Hey the Wise Fox. My hair wanted to express itself these last couple days. I usually wear it back or twist it up. So, anyway. I have to twist it out to stretch it. If not, my hair really shrinks down. So, good morning, everybody. All right. So, could you guys give me some feedback on the sound right now? You guys have to be my mixer until I can really test the levels before I start. Is it clippy? Where's Troll with the purpose? He's my sound engineer. Let me see. Oh no, okay. Let me see. Sounds fine? Okay. Okay, I found a gain button. Somebody, I think that was Troll with the purpose. He was like, turn down your gain. Alright, I can hear no issues. It's a little loud. How about now? Are you a bat? Are you real sensitive? As long as it's not clipping and it's not too, that's really what I want. Because if it's just loudness and there's no distortion, then you can probably turn it down from your end too. Not being a bitch, I'm like, you can turn it down, but I'm just saying like, all right. Hey guys, okay, let's get started. And I'm going to play some videos too, so just let me know what the sound is doing. If it's like crazy, all right, I'm going to do my promos. And then I'll get started with some stories today. And, hold on. All right. All right, so if you want to be a member, if you want to support this channel, becoming a member of Patreon is probably the best thing. It starts from $5 all the way up to, if you're a big baller, I think it's like $1,000 a month, but I doubt, unless you're like just a millionaire with like $1,000 to kill. But I left that option. Who knows? But anyway, from $5, and then if you go, you can also do Subscribe Star if you don't like Patreon, and that starts at $2 and up. Also, please join my email list. Please, please, please. I haven't sent an email out since I've been asking people to join. I just want to be able to keep in touch with you, especially with all the censorship going on, so you guys know where I'm going to be. So I just need you, like, your info. I'm not going to spam you. I'm not going to annoy you. I don't like that myself. I don't do that myself. Another good way to support is to buy merch from the Truther Talk store. We sell educational memes. We sell bumper stickers, All Lives Matter bumper stickers. We have a couple of art pieces my friend Narciso did. We have educational zines, 2 back zines, one on the junk in your food and one on cannabis, but as opposed, like talking about textiles and stuff like that, and not smoking it. So, and then also a t-shirt. Person that just got a t-shirt, it is on its way. Hopefully with all the craziness going on, it would get to you sooner than later. But yeah, that's another way to support this channel. Also, please follow me on Gab. Look at this. Peaceful protester, domestic terrorist, right? This is how absurd everything is. Oh, it's peaceful. The news like, yeah, it's cool to burn down stuff. They're just protesting. They're protesting. It's their right? Well, they're burning cities down around them. But people in the capital that aren't burning anything down, they're domestic terrorists. Okay, I guess that's the world we're living in. So, yes, please follow me on Gab. You can also follow me on Gab, my music page, as Biabi. That's my band. I just started. I got 4 followers. But you can check out my music video I did. I'm going to re-release it in a few weeks, hopefully after some of this craziness dies down. And then also join me on BitChute. I'm on Brighteon. I'm on Steemit. I haven't posted anything on Steemit for a while, but I'm on Steemit. DTUBE. That's my bestie right there. We start Truth or Talk together. She's taking a break. So when I say we, sometimes I'll talk and I'll be like we and us. I'm not crazy. I don't have a split personality. This really started with 2 people. And she still gives me lots of insights and stuff. We talk a few times a week and we bounce ideas off of each other and stuff like that. So, but anyway, we had a podcast and we have about 109 episodes and they're free to listen to on SoundCloud. So go check those out. I think you would find them educational and inspiring as well. You can also purchase my Realism course, 11 hours of basically the basics of what you need to know to understand what's going on. I have 10 modules, right? 11 hours within 10 modules, right? What is conspiracy? Who wants to rule the world? Is it possible to rule the world? Medicine, science, education system, law and government, censorship and media, art and culture, innovation and suppression, and the bright side. And then, you can also join my music channel on YouTube and to keep up with me there. And also my backup channel. I am 8 people away from 1,000 subscribers. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? All right, so almost to 1,000 subscribers on my TrutherTalkReborn. Please subscribe to all of my outlets. I saw somebody come in the comment section the other day, and they were like, "Are you on what platforms are you on?" I was like, "I'm on all of them, damn near." It seems like. It seems like all of them. I know there's more. But anyway, anything that I mentioned, you guys, today, all of my platforms that I'm on, all of the links that I'm going to use, they're in the description. So, except, I don't think I put this masked agenda one here that I'm about to show you, but I will be putting that in the description as well. So at the end of the show, you can look at the description and you get the links. And if you don't see a link that I talked about, just email me and I'll send it to you. All right, no biggie. All right, I came across this really awesome movie. It's more like a commentary on what's going on, but I thought I would play it for you guys. And if you guys like it, go give this guy some loves and subscribe to his channel, and look at his other stuff. All right.
Masks everywhere. People like zombies. I can't see what they're saying. I can't read them. Society has drifted into a coma, a deep sleep. What will become of us? All I see is subservience. Stay in line, walk this way, wear your mask, do not speak. Do not leave your house or visit your family. Stay alert, wash your hands and keep your distance. You must comply to these rules and do not step out of line. That was the start of it, but I never thought it could go so far. I've seen the sci-fi films, read it in the Arthur C. Clarke, Philip K. Dick books, but is this actually happening? Is this real? Or is it a simulation? We think we make our choices, we think we make our decisions, but we don't. Decisions are being made for us. It feels like we're being experimented with, tested on, to see what can become of us. Is our level of consciousness being halted or even replaced? Are we being stopped from advancing into the greatest vision of ourselves? The people that rebelled, resisted, or tried to speak were silenced by the masses and were branded as the vermin, the scum, the dirt of society. Anyone who did not comply were taken to outside camps where they were rehabilitated. Then they stayed in line, and no one could think for themselves anymore. People obeyed. The streets became quiet. London was finished, and the only life left were the monoliths being built in the city. People walked the streets in search of happiness, but it was all broken, destroyed, annihilated. When the masks were introduced, no one realised where this was leading. We were tricked and silenced. Where do we go from here? Are we just going to be carried along the conveyor belt and slowly suffocated without any second thought, questioning or resistance? All we see now are our four walls and the government dictatorship voicing itself through a screen, telling us how to live our lives every day. Humanity is finished. Over. Implementing technology into the human body is next on the agenda. Natural evolution has come to an end. There is no choice, and it's the only way forward. They said it would all get back to normal after the vaccine, but little changed. It just got worse. Our society has been destroyed, and it will never recover from this oppression. Maybe others know, but haven't spoken yet. Maybe there's alliances forming. Maybe aliens are going to save us. Maybe the world is run by aliens. Am I alien? What am I doing here? Who am I? What is this place? I don't recognise it anymore. The world was never meant to go back to normal, and the word normal never existed anyway. Society has always hidden behind the mask, but now we have the excuse to wear one. What's the future?
I love that. That was awesome. All right, so next one. So, Black Lives Matter organizer seen entering Capitol building with crowd is likely an FBI agent provocateur. So, I'll read some of this. Article, but I'll leave the rest in the links. But social media is aflame after it emerged that John Earl Sullivan, a Utah-based Black Lives Matter organizer, was one of the people who entered the Capitol building with Trump supporters on Wednesday. Some are theorizing that Sullivan, who was arrested on felony rioting and multiple other charges last summer after shooting in Provo, is part of a Black Lives Matter conspiracy to make Trump supporters look bad. Sullivan, the leader of Insurgents USA, was filmed in July as a ringleader directing a group of armed men who trapped a car and opened fire on a motorist. Oh my God, that's terrible. I mean, yet, unlike dozens of others arrested by the Metropolitan Police Department, MPD, they left the Capitol building. Sullivan was released without charges after a short detention. So of course, if they're being arrested and then they're just released without charges, they're fucking working for the FBI. They're getting funded. They do this shit because they know that they have backing. Let me turn my face on for a minute. They do this shit because they know they have backing from other people. They know that they're not going to have any consequences for their actions. Ain't this a bitch? I mean, I knew it. Right? And then we were there when we were at the Capitol. Like, there were people that were dressed up as some Trump supporters, and some of them were like, whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. And, Nugget was like, Trump supporters don't say that. Like, what the hell? And then there were people that were noticeably Antifa there. I think I was able to get some during my live stream. That were there. Anyway, it wasn't. I think that there were probably some Trump supporters that did follow them into the Capitol, but they were the ones that broke the windows. And then I heard that there was also footage of people saying, please don't break the windows. No, we can't go in. That's trespassing. We can't actually go inside while they're in, blah, blah, blah. But they were people that were doing it anyway. And then that poor lady got shot. I think she was probably a valid Trump supporter, but they were just people that just like followed and weren't thinking. But then, even then, they weren't like destroying stuff once they were inside. There's like this meme that shows the people that they're still inside the ropes. They're not doing it. They're just like, oh, like looking around, but they're not burning stuff, right? And of course, just like that meme I showed earlier, they're saying, it's okay. They can burn down, police precincts and cities and, attack people. But that's okay. That's okay. All right, so on to the next one. This made me really happy. Y'all know how I hate vaccines. Vaccine rollout hit snag as health workers balk at shots. So they're becoming very concerned because I'll just read a little bit of the article too. The desperately awaited vaccination drive against the coronavirus in the U.S. is running into resistance from an unlikely quarter. Surprising numbers of healthcare workers who have seen firsthand death and misery inflicted by COVID-19 are refusing shots. Now, they took the high wire down, and if you guys have a link to this video, please send it to me, because since they took the high wire page down, I have not been able to find this video. And I don't know where I can find it. But it's basically the World Health Organization had a meeting in 2019, and they were actually, even before COVID happened, they were talking about how the healthcare workers are actually refusing shots, and they're losing the confidence and the faith of the healthcare workers, and that anti-vaxxers are converting people in the middle, because right, they're the pro-vax and the anti-vax, and then the people we're both going for the people in the middle. So for every one person a pro-vax person pulls to their side, anti-vaxxers pull 500 people. So they were having this meeting specifically because they were concerned about the rate that anti-vaxxers were converting people, and this is just vaccines in general. And it's funny because I have people being like, oh my god, these vaccines aren't tested. I'm like, yeah, like all vaccines. Or they're like, the COVID vaccine didn't test it. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much all vaccines. Oh, the COVID vaccines, they cause cytokine storms. I'm like, yeah, like all vaccines. So, I mean, it's funny. It's just kind of funny to me that all these people are having these revelations about the vaccines and about the COVID vaccine and what it does to the body. And I'm like, but yeah, all the vaccines do that. It's not just the COVID vaccine. That's the thing. That's just kind of like, I've been telling y'all, even though I think the Moderna vaccine has this kind of, it's unique in the way that they're using some kind of nanogel and DNA trying to recode. I ain't taking any of that shit. I don't give a fuck. And plus, and this is just what they tell us. So based on the fact that these guys are pathological liars and we're still trusting them to tell us what's in these vaccines, they can be telling us one thing and there's something else, just like Corvelva. I think I put that up a few weeks ago on the Vaccine Sucks Saturdays. For those of you guys that just joined, I do a thing. I release videos and information on vaccines on Saturdays. I call it Vaccine Sucks Saturdays. So a few weekends ago, I released Corvelva, where basically in Italy they hired a separate scientific firm from the manufacturers to actually investigate what was in vaccines. And one of the vaccines, the first vaccine they tried, had none of the antigens, which is the component that's supposed to make you immune, okay? And then they had 6 unidentifiable proteins. Unidentifiable. Like, they're like, what the fuck? We don't even know what the fuck this is. What is in here? That's basically what, like, it's not on the manufacturer's insert. Like, people never seen these before. They're like, what are these things that are in the vaccines? We've never even seen this before. How is this in there? And then the antigens, the thing that's supposed to be in the vaccine, wasn't even the vaccine. So we're just going by what they tell us is in the vaccine. We're not what they say is in the vaccine. We don't even know, because we don't know. We don't have microscopes. We're just trusting that these questionable ingredients are supposed to be good for us. But time and time again, the Cutter incident. Polio, the polio vaccine gave people polio. That's a Cutter incident. The smallpox vaccine gave people smallpox. The H1N1 vaccine gave people H1N1. The swine flu vaccine either gave people swine flu or left them paralyzed. So, I mean, how many times are people going to, just give their trust over to these people that always lie? They always have a huge track record of just maiming and injuring people. And yet when we speak out, we're the crazy ones. We're the conspiracy theorists. Bullshit. You can take your vaccine, you shove it up your ass. I'll fucking die before I take that. Alright, next one. Yay, Badass Project Veritas. Look at this. Look at this. They're killing it. They're killing it. I love it. So, expose Twitter. Actually, let me play this one first, because you're going to have to go to James O'Keefe's page. I don't know exactly what this is, but check this out. Hold on. I think this is a few days before. I don't see a date on it, but all right, let's do it.
What you were saying? A whistleblower inside Twitter reached out to us. A whistleblower inside Twitter?
We have this new whistleblower who recorded the CEO of Twitter.
He recorded the CEO?
He did.
Where did it come in from?
He came in from Proton Mail originally.
He came in from Proton Mail?
That's right.
Do you think this is going to get us banned?
It would be a good one to go out.
So you can clearly see Jack Dorsey in the videotape.
There's no denying it's him.
You can see his face.
Yeah, his lips moving.
It's definitely him.
It's definitely Jack Dorsey is on the videotape recorded by the whistleblower. Wow. I guess we're releasing a videotape of the CEO of Twitter today, recorded by a whistleblower. Stay tuned.
Oh snap! Here it come! Here it come! All right, so we have that, and then here's the actual tape. Here's a video. I'm gonna play that.
You should always feel free to express yourself in whatever format manifestation feels right. We do intend to do a full retro, as I said in my note. It is going to take some time. And then the other thing, just to close out a little bit, we are focused on one account right now, but this is going to be much bigger than just one account, and it's going to go on for much longer than just this day, this week, the next few weeks. It's going to go on beyond the inauguration. We have to expect that. We have to be ready for that. So the focus is certainly on this account and how it ties to real world violence, but also we need to think much longer term around how these dynamics play out over time. I don't believe this is going away anytime soon, and the moves that we're making today around QAnon, for instance, is one such example of a much broader approach that we should be looking at and going deeper on. So the team has a lot of work and a lot of focus on this particular issue, but we also need to give them the space and the support to focus on the much bigger picture, because it is not going away. The U.S. is extremely divided. Our platform is showing that every single day, and our role is to protect the integrity of that conversation and do what we can to make sure that no one is being harmed based off that. And that is the focus, and that is the color we're going to provide.
There you have it. Jack Dorsey, CEO of Twitter, recorded by one of his own employees, an insider whistleblower at Twitter, recorded saying this is going to be much bigger than just one account, revealing some censorship. You can see our motto at Veritas, our organization protected by an army of citizen patriots. We've had over a dozen people reach out to us this week with video, evidence inside Twitter. Stay tuned. They may be private companies, but they have more power than all three branches of government. Veritas Tips at protonmail.com.
All right, hold the horses, y'all. Hold the horses. Hold the caballos, okay? Because didn't Jack Dorsey say, like, under oath in Congress that he had no, like, recollection of the censorship? His ass is busted. I want to see him cry. He has really nice eyes, but too bad they're full of evil, I just have to say. All right, so next one. So another Project Veritas. I don't remember, they got, so that lady, I don't know if you ever saw the video of Raquel Rodriguez. Basically, that they caught and on tape, bragging about all the money she was getting by bribing people to vote, stealing votes, buying votes. And I remember watching this and I was like, dang, this lady, I'm like, this is messed up. But I'm like, well, at least she can say, I was like, well, maybe she can probably say, you know, I didn't know that it was illegal. And then I swear, the second I thought that, she was like, I know what I'm doing is illegal. I can go to jail. I don't look cute in stripes. I was like, this lady's fucking done. I was like, damn. She's extra guilty. She's extra guilty. Dude, I was just like, whoa. I almost felt sorry for her. Not totally, but almost. I was almost. So anyway, let me just show you this. You know, and this is just one incident. You know there are more, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know exactly how it works, but I wouldn't be surprised if they actually get her to rat other people out. because it's bigger than just her. I'm pretty sure she's not the only one, right? And these are tens of thousands of votes. So, all right, I play this.
Fraud arrest has occurred.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Rachel Rodriguez.
Rachel Rodriguez.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Rachel Rodriguez.
Rachel Rodriguez.
Rachel Rodriguez was arrested today
For voter fraud, illegal voting, unlawfully assisting people to vote by mail, and illegally possessing an official ballot. Rodriguez was charged based on hidden camera video recorded last fall by the conservative activist group Project Veritas.
Project Veritas.
Project Veritas.
Project Veritas.
Project Veritas. And Project Veritas.
Project Veritas.
Oh no!
Project Veritas.
The AG's office looked at dozens of hours of raw footage.
Rodriguez claimed several candidates paid her money to engage in various forms of voter fraud. Later, when the video was posted, Rodriguez claimed she knew something was wrong and had lied about local candidates she allegedly had taken money from to help them win the mail-in vote.
She was working for a Republican congressional candidate who claimed that she was helping collect votes for President-elect Joe Biden.
Understand, I lied, and I lied because I knew I was coming up upon something.
Tonight at 9, we speak with Rodriguez's attorney, former DA, Nico LaHood.
Rodriguez acknowledged on video what she was doing is illegal.
Rodriguez could now face up to 20 years in prison if convicted.
She's now being held in Kendall County.
Dang. Okay. So one thing I found interesting was they said that the attorney that's representing her is Nico LaHood. And I'm a little bit puzzled because I was like, why would Nico LaHood represent her? Because he's from what I understand, he's pretty much a patriot. I don't know, some of you guys might know who Nico LaHood is. He's the district attorney of San Antonio who actually came out and said that vaccines caused his son's autism. And of course they went after him. Of course they attacked him. Of course they tried to like ruin his life for only stating the truth. So here's a little excerpt on him. I just thought was interesting that he's representing her, and I'm just puzzled as to why.
It says he's ready for the backlash. The district attorney is in a new documentary that blames childhood vaccines for autism.
It is a theory that's been debunked in the medical world, but for parents looking for answers, they also remain skeptical. Jesse DeGriato now on why LaHood has joined them.
I'm Nico LaHood. I'm the criminal district attorney in San Antonio, Texas.
A prosecutor whose son has autism.
I'm here to tell you that vaccines can and do cause autism.
LaHood says his faith is what led him to speak out.
So my opinions are just my opinions as a daddy, as a husband.
The Bexar County judge thinks LaHood has that right.
Well, he's a terrific father. He's concerned. He has a son with autism. I have a nephew with autism. I know what it's like.
Comments on the Autism channel largely supported LaHood, but not everyone. You diminish your stance by the virtue of your profession, wrote a viewer whose son has a form of autism. You are an attorney, not a professional in the neuroscience field of study, she wrote.
And I'm not forcing my opinion on you. I'm just giving you my opinion, and I think I'm entitled to it.
But ask a pediatrician.
I think that we stand for vaccinating. It's one of the most important things that we can do for the children when they come to see us.
He says rejecting the vaccine against measles, mumps, and German measles has public health consequences.
We've seen outbreaks of measles. We've seen outbreaks of mumps in the last 10 years in different parts of the country.
LaHood says he urges parents to educate themselves about the long-running and sharply divided issue.
Let parents make their own decision on what they think is best for their child after they've done all the research.
Jesse DeGuillado, KSAT 12 News.
The Autism Society of Central Texas wrote that since there is no single known cause and no cure, it's more important to support the 300,000 Texans who have this disorder. Meantime, one physician is describing the district attorney's public stance on vaccines as catastrophically reckless. We're going to have more on that tonight at 10.
They can fucking suck it too, but anyway, really, like you see something that happens to your kid, but you need a fucking doctor to tell you. Like 1 minute I was taking, my kid was normal, and then I gave him a vaccine, and now they're like eating their own shit. But you need a neuroscience degree to fucking, tell you that. Fuck that shit. So anyway, I get so infuriated when I hear the people say that, it's just, And they're like, oh, the measles come back. So, when have people been dying in the streets of measles that wasn't in a third world country? And that has to do with sanitation and nutrition. Anyway, yeah, so I put the link to his page if you want to go check out some of James O'Keefe's tweet or Project Veritas tweets on Twitter. Yeah, man, that lady, like, she's fucking done. And I'm just really, like, confused as to why Nico LaHood would represent her, and she's extra guilty. Maybe he knows her personally. That's the only reason I can think of why he would represent her. I know he's a man of faith. I'm pretty sure he's a patriot. And, you know, he's talked about that. So I don't know. That just threw a wrench in my shit, just knowing who he was. And being a fan of his, you know, and respecting him. But why would he be representing somebody that's so obviously guilty? I don't know. Maybe somebody can help me understand. All right, guys. I am about to take some live calls with the Z. C-A-L-L-Z. I'm just kidding. S. I know it's S. Smartass is in the comments. It's with an S. I know. I'm releasing some of the comments that YouTube held because I guess, you know, YouTube can't take profanity. It's sensitive to that. Raquel is dumb AF. And then F you. Anyway. I know what happened to the flu. Nobody got the flu this year. It's all been COVID, right? All right, anybody want to call 512-481-7464? Let me put the number in the chat. I can't. What is up? It won't let me. All right, let me try this one. Let me try this one. Okay, 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. Here we go. John Sullivan is Antifa. Gave the FBI olive watch. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to watch. I like them too. I like Facts Matter too. The other guy, Roman, I don't know if I'm saying his name, Balmanov, whatever. Yeah. Those are the real journalists. Right? Epoch Times, right? Project Veritas, that's real journalism. That's real cutting edge, true, tried and true journalism right there. 512-481-7464. Anybody gonna call today? We're just waiting to see what happens with this election stuff. I heard a prediction that Biden is going to be sworn in, but then he's going to be arrested at the inauguration, so the mainstream media would have to cover it. That would be great. I really don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not psychic. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what people have planned. I don't know. But just the thought of that happening would be great. That would be awesome. He's like, I do solemnly. Oh no! he's like, no, I'm arrested. You know. Yeah, Tim Pool, I guess. I don't know. I guess he's all right. I just haven't watched him that much. I just never. I really am more. I really gravitate toward people that actually go out and like do stuff. Like physically do stuff, not just internet researcher. I'm more of an internet researcher. I'm a pundit. You know, I wouldn't say that I'm a journalist, but I like people that actually go out on the scene and actually, you know, interview people that actually do investigative research. I'm really drawn to that. I think it's harder to do. It takes more integrity. It takes more balls to do that. is I know that I think Epoch Times got their start in Hong Kong, so they were there. You know, they had a Hong Kong office and they had their shit. They burned their shit down. Okay, 512-481-7464. I don't know. Somebody says the number ain't working. Let me call it myself. Oops.
We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Oh, what?
This recording.
Okay. Well, I think I know what happened. My, this is embarrassing, y'all. Let me see if I could, I think I know what happened. Hold on. If you guys be so kind to wait. I can figure this out. I might have to stop the stream and then call back. So I had somebody steal my card, and I think that the payment probably didn't go through, but I can I think that's what's going on, so I have to just put it on a different card. I think that's what's going on. Oh, okay, I found it. Hold on. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Haha! That's the problem. All right. Hold on 1 second. Damn, man. Skype doesn't even give you any... Skype doesn't even give you any, like, grace period? Jeez. That's pretty messed up. Just saying. Kind of messed up. You guys want to talk to me in the... Just wait until we hit the season of sacrifice. What's up? Look at all the people. I'm waiting. Come on. Come on. This is terrible. Jeez Louise. Alright, just talk to me in the chat while we're waiting for this to go through. What's up? You have any, you guys have any, yes, offerings to the planet and blood to manifest. Oh my god. That sounds terrible! You want to call, but you can't right now. February is the period of sacrifice. Really? What do you think will happen on January 20th? Anything? I don't know, man. I mean, I know something is... I don't think... I don't know. I wish I could... I wish I can, like, be honest, and I wish I knew. I can't really, give it, any definitive answer. I don't know. All right. Let's see. All right, this better fucking go through. Let's try again. Otraves. All right, just give it a few minutes. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I guess what happened was it had expired and then I had to activate it. So somebody took my card that I had a reoccurring charge, and somebody took, like how they'd steal your information and then they charge stuff. So I had to get another card, and then that card was attached to the account. And then I guess the account was disconnected, and that's what's going on. So I'm just gonna wait a few minutes to see if it's connected, because I had to put another card on it, basically. But I'm like, dang, dog, they don't even give you like a grace period. They just cut you off if you miss a payment. That's kind of fucked up. In front of my subscribers and everything. All right. They're building a punk-ass fence. Well, I think that... Yeah, I've heard that they're setting people up for arrest. I've heard all kinds of things. We'll just have to wait to see. One thing I think is really telling is the fact that it's only 6 days to go. And 6 days to go, and they are... trying to impeach him. I was like, they can't wait 6 days? They can't wait 9 days? Whenever they start the impeachment, I'm like, they can't wait? What's going on? I don't understand. Why can't they, wait? I mean, why is it so important that they get him out before, like, a week? It goes to show that they're panicking. All right, it's working now, you guys. You can call in. Whew! Finally! Alright, 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. Who wants to call? I'm waiting. Ain't nothing gonna happen on 10th. There was just another false flag. Maybe, I don't know. Well, they're setting something up because they got like National Guard out in DC. I still can't believe Biden won. He didn't win. He cheated. He cheated. Like, you believe that he actually won? All right, who's this? Good morning.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Oh, hey, Subaru. What's going on? Hold on. Let me Okay, talk. Guys, let me know in the chat if it's too loud or whatever. All right, go on. What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm well. I'm great. I'm in better spirits today.
Did you by chance see that all the other governments around the world are not backing down from their all the crap they're pushing on COVID, but they're backing down on I don't know, like I saw something from another person on Twitter that all the people like around the I'm sorry, I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of our country, they're like the governments are backing down from their positions. Like they're not pulling back from restrictions, but saying that they're falling apart.
Oh, okay.
Because of like everyone being upset with them.
Yeah, that's good. Because it's fucking stupid. Because it's destroying everything.
It is. But it's interesting because but what blows my mind is like there was a bunch of or a video game that had come out. I think I brought it up one time, that Cyberpunk video game, and like the whole trailer to it starts off with like, you know, there was a combination of nuclear war, viruses, and things going on, which destabilized all of our economies. Then the governments all began to fall apart. So then the corporations, like Bill Gates, step in and then rebuild the government to be a corporate government, essentially, you know, a communistic government. And like you kind of look at like kind of the steps they're pulling, and I saw Gates has now declared, there are reports saying that he owns most of the farmland now. So he's like pushing forward on his agenda. What was that?
I said what? You said that Bill Gates saying that he owns farmland where?
Like he owns the most farmland out of all people on the planet now.
What? I heard you, but I'm just like, yeah.
He's been buying up farmland this entire time. So I was like thinking about it. I was like, oh yeah, we had all those like crazy windstorms, we had all these fires, we had all these things that were destroying farmlands all around, you know, at least the United States. And he might have been like, I don't know if he was buying it up then, but slowly over time he's just been, you know, grabbing the stuff and pushing forward for Agenda 21.
Yeah, you know, I'm not surprised, Cerebral. I'm not.
Yeah.
You thought you were going to call me up and surprise me? I'm not even surprised. I know how these MFers roll. You know, like
it's just all coming together, you know, all these years, you know, you and everybody have been out there, you know, trying to get the information out there, and like it's as everyone has said, like as soon as they get towards the end of the plan, they have to start like, they have to show the public what they're doing. You can't get away with like just lies anymore.
Yeah, well, you know, he's also trying to block the sun. For years, when we were talking about chemtrails and stuff, they were trying to be like, "Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You know, you're making it up. You're paranoid. Like the skies, we don't spray the skies, even though you can look up with your own eyes and see that, you know, they were spraying the skies. You know what's even more creepy? I noticed in the more modern Disney movies, in the skies, they'll put chemtrails in the cartoons.
Yeah.
To make it seem like it was, yeah. I'm like, that never was. I'm old enough to remember when there weren't chemtrails. And I remember the first time I saw, I was going to say real fast, the first time I saw chemtrail, I remember because I thought it was going to be skywriting, because I've seen skywriting before. And I'm like, oh, somebody's going to write a message in the sky. And I was all excited. I was like, oh, what are they going to write, you know? And,
right.
And I'm just like, wait, it's just going in a line and then going back and then going, it looks like tic-tac-toe. It's like, there's no skywriting. What does this mean? I don't understand, you know?
It cracks me up because it's like everyone was like, you know, talking crap. Like, no, they don't see clouds. They can't control weather. They can't do all this kind of stuff. They don't put the aluminum and other metals up in the sky when they're flying. And it's like Vail, Colorado this year admitted, they were like, we are not going to seed the weather. We're not going to seed your clouds. We're not going to make artificial snow this year because COVID. I need to stop saying that. I'm sorry. I keep saying the C word.
I know what you mean. And okay, I mean, I think you'll be fine as long as, I don't know, whatever. Like, it's fine. You can say the row. You can say, I mean, it's fine. I mean, but it's...
I worry, though. I don't worry. But yeah, it just blew my mind, V. I'm like, so the ski companies are admitting that they've been spending a lot of money to, like, make artificial snow via seeding clouds. And you've been all telling us that, like, no, we're all crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, real quick, how dare you mention that, you know? Yeah, it's really, I mean, it's infuriating. I mean, I'm shamelessly plugging my class, but I talk about this. You know, cloud seeding was around at least, I want to say, maybe, you know, furthest I can trace back was the 1930s. William Rife, he had this machine called the Cloudbuster. And then, you know, he was able, I guess there were like, I think it was like blueberry farms and something. They were having a drought, and he was like, yeah, I can make it rain. And he had this machine that would basically shoot little pellets, not pellets, so bigger than pellets, but it was basically like it's guns that would shoot stuff in the clouds. And then what it would do, it would get the moisture inside the clouds to condense into droplets and make rain. and it was successful. And then after that, they basically went after his research and tried to discredit him. You know, the usual, the usual modus operandi, the usual plan that they usually do. And then, like a few decades later, China has a similar machine, and other places around the world have similar machines, you know, for cloud seeding and making rain. So
makes me think also back to like that, since that's around the same time period with Tesla and everything.
yeah, you know, and I in the module 2, the innovation and suppression one. This is where I talk about it.
Mhm.
They actually had electric cars before they were actually making on electric cars before engine powered cars. So that blew my mind when I researched that. I was like, what? They were like, yeah, they were more sustainable.
England had the first one, didn't she?
I didn't come across that, but I knew that right when cars were invented, they were electric. They were steam powered and electric, and then there were actually more electric and steam powered cars than there were motor cars. And then I think Ford was gonna like team up with Edison and make electric cars, and then one of the plants mysteriously burned down. So you're just like, mysteriously just happened to burn down. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting now. You even thinking of Ford, because like you look at, let's say, the system that we've been moving forward with, like since the 1900s, and Ford was like one of the people that changed the way we would behave industrially, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he came up with the whole manufacturing chain and everything. But then he was also the same person that gave us the weekend. We didn't have weekends or like time off back in the day. You know, we just worked every single day of our life. And he was like, he started getting upset when no one would buy the Model T cars because no one was off. No one had time to drive or do anything. So then he's like, well, if I give them 2 days off and call it a weekend and let them have their time to buy the products back from me that they're working to produce.
I didn't know that. You were too smart. I had no idea. I didn't know that.
You're just as smart. You blew up. I didn't know that about the Wright brothers. So like I learned things from you too. So.
Oh no, well it was William Rife, not
William Rife.
Yeah, not
okay.
Yeah. There's a Royal Rife and there's a Rife machine. That's Royal Rife. I think that's the Rife machine. But there's also a William Reich, Reich.
I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay. No, it's confusing, right? Because their names sound very similar. But hey, Cerebral, let me see if I can get this other caller.
For sure. Have a good day.
Okay, thanks for calling. Okay, bye.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
Shut up, Siri! Shut up! What is Siri? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is Miss V.
Yeah, what's up? Hold on 1 second. Siri was like, just came on. I hate that. That's so creepy. I'm like, I wasn't even asking Siri for anything. Anyway, hello, what's your name?
Byron, how are you?
Oh, hey, what's up, Byron?
Yeah, no, I'm just calling, like I said, I watched your so-called video of when you were down at D.C., and I was a little worried because I thought, with all that stuff that was happening, I said, oh, man. And then I noticed that they cut everybody's live stream that was in the area.
I know, that was creepy.
It was what?
That was creepy. Why would they do that if they weren't up to no good,
Yeah, but like I said, because I get into it with a few, especially with black folks, and I was talking about it, and they were all like, "Oh, they should have done that. They should have done that." Then I would point out, but what happened in Portland? That was okay. They did the same thing to the Capitol building. What about Chad?
Did they worse? What did they worse? Yeah, I was just talking about that.
And it's like, and it's like, and then I was telling somebody, I said, I can't understand. I said, we getting too caught up in this. And I said, well, they shouldn't have done that. I said, then what? And even with some black conservatives that have the YouTube channels, they were saying, oh, they should have done that, But I'm like, but what were they supposed to do? Even if it was set up or whatever, what were they supposed to do? How many times are you going to keep marching, holding signs, and this and that, change the vote, do whatever? And they'll listen, but they go back to doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
I said that it was coming to that. It was coming to them going in there and getting in those people's face and scaring the hell out of them.
Yeah. Not killing people, but yeah, I can't deal with those conservatives. I don't really feel like I fit in anywhere because, I'm a patriot, I'm a truther, but then some of the conservatives get my damn nerves too because they're just too wimpy. And they're just like, oh, they're too concerned about looking good and looking proper. And I'm just like,
right.
Well, you're just as bad then.
Right.
Because you're not. You're letting them get away. What is that? All that it takes for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing. You know.
Exactly. And then the thing what happened, I was telling them, they were getting on Mitt Romney and the other gentleman at the airport. I said, what were they supposed to do? I said, I said, it comes to a point where, you got to say, hey, let's stop the guy. And I was telling a friend of mine yesterday, black, and didn't agree with none of what was going on. I said, but you have to understand. I said, you talking about white folks. I said, during this whole year, the 10 months, they were lied to, they were cheated. You said, close my business, open my business with these restrictions. I do that, I'm spending money that I don't have to do these restrictions. Then you're telling me to close it again. Yeah. And then you tell me my kids can't go to school. Mm-hmm. And then he said, online learning, and then all this stuff. And then I was explaining, going back with Black Rose again. And I said, do you understand that during this time of the lockdown, a lot of young people committed suicide?
Yeah.
None of them knew that. And I said, come on. I said, these are the things. I said, you keep listening to mainstream media. They're not telling you that. Yeah. I said, you got to go to the alternative media and, some YouTube channels, and they'll let you know. And I'm not talking about for here in the United States. I'm talking about from Europe, Australia, and all these other places where it's way worse than it is here.
And not only that, not only people have committed suicide, but, the elderly are dying alone. There are people that have not been in certain countries that have not had access to the certain medications that they need to live, and they've died. Also just the stress and the trauma for some people, it's caused them to become sick and die. They've been people that have been put on ventilators that, a lot of them died. And then they're not talking about the comorbidity rates of all these people that had other diseases. A huge majority of these people are overweight, have other, diabetes, and they're like all this. They're just omitting so much. They're lying by omission, omitting, right? OMMIT, not AD, but omitting so much information. And then, anybody that's opposed the lockdown, they make it seem like you're a terrible person and you don't care and you're a conspiracy theorist. It's just, it's unbelievable.
Exactly. And then like I said, when I speak, something, it's like a waste of time to talking to some black folks. And it's like, dude, you don't see what's going on. And then I brought attention to the people I was speaking to. I said, yeah, they were up there doing that. I said, you talking about, with these people going into the Capitol, they're looking at their freedoms being eroded, taken away. Yeah. And the thing what happened, we were against, I said, black folks are against what they were doing. And I said, because black folks, and I said it to them, I said, you just want comfortable slavery. You don't want freedom because it requires a responsibility.
Yeah.
And an accountability. I said, you talking about these people here, and I said to them, I said, if you notice, after that happened, South Carolina made getting the vaccination, not mandatory. So I said, because they know, dude, these are the people. I said, these are the people that put you in there. And I said to them, this happens in other countries.
Yeah.
I said, in China, Thailand. If their political officials don't, they go right in there and punch them in the face.
Yeah.
And I said, that's how it gets. And then they were talking, the world is laughing. The world is looking at, we gotta start changing our policies a little bit because the people are tired and they're waking up. Because I was explaining, I said, everybody knows the lockdowns do not work.
Yeah.
And
it makes things worse, actually.
The WHO's, huh?
It makes things worse, actually.
Yeah. And I said, the WHO came out and said there's no more lockdown. Look at it. The Prime Minister and the President said all some of these countries did it anyway. So it's not about health. I said, here, I live in New York. And I pointed out, I said to somebody, Andrew Cuomo showed what type of person he is. He's a dictator. But he tried to put it under the disguise of humanitarianism. I said, no, he's a loser. Yeah. I said, even when he got in there, I said, look how he talks to people. He talks down to, here in New York, but you said, you go all the way around in the 5 boroughs where I live, it's like everybody walking around with that diaper on their face.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at you, and I'm walking around, and then it's like, people say, well, how do you go in the store? And I said, well, I go in there. They don't say nothing. Because if you're so used to seeing people with it, ain't nobody noticing you're not wearing it.
Yeah, or if it's that bad, or yeah, but there's some people that think that they're a good person for like standing up. I saw this person and they weren't wearing a mask, and I had to tell them what a horrible person they were. And it's, there are people that virtue signal, and honestly, they're so quick to wear it because they have a lot of shame and guilt for the life that they're leading themselves.
Right.
So if you're not confident in yourself, it's easier for you to put it on. And like my disclaimer, I know there are people that have to wear it before work and stuff. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about I'm talking about the people that wear them to bed, okay? That wear them when they don't have to wear them.
Right.
And that shame other people for wearing it because they're ashamed.
Yeah. Because like I said, and even though I was explaining it, I said, dude, I said, all these people, I said, the media, these politicians, I said what they did was illegal. They incited a fear and a panic.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's out of control, so nobody wants to take responsibility. Let's blame the guy in the White House.
Yeah.
I said, racism, let's blame the guy in the White House. I said, dude, and then I'm not a Trump supporter, but, I said, it's truth is truth. I said, the man got the seat, give him the seat. And I was telling him, dude, I was watching it myself. Virginia was 50% Trump, then it went to Biden. Wait a minute, he only had 49 or something like that? I'm like, come on. I said, dude, they were changing stuff around. Oh, no, they weren't.
Yeah,
I said, because it's like, and I said to them, you more concerned with who's because I said, y'all can't get over that Obama's not in there anymore.
Yeah.
I said, the bottom line is like, you want this, like I said, the comfortable slavery, or where you can then feel impressed by, who's in there. And so I'm like, look, man. I said, whoever sits in that seat has nothing to do with your life. I said, and I also explained, I said, has your life changed since Obama been in there, or since Trump been in there? Or is it maintained, or has always been the same? I said, so why worry about it?
Yeah.
Get on the course with your life and stop worrying. I said also if they didn't have the lockdownons, nobody would know any of this stuff is going on.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I said nobody would know what's going on.
Yeah, and
then go ahead.
Oh no, you go on.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That when I get in a conversation with, it's like you're by yourself.
I know. Well, that's how my channel.
You're by yourself amongst your own people, and then you're like, wow. It's not like you're scared. It's like, wow. It's like that movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
You're the guy running down the highway, telling people stop and whatever, and they think you're nuts.
Yeah, I know. It does feel like Invasion of the Body. I've definitely made that analogy, that connection with some of my friends that we've talked about. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the one thing I have my channel, and you guys think you guys are excited and happy that I'm speaking out, but you guys help me too.
Right.
It's not to feel so crazy, and now I have friends around me that are like-minded because of my channel. But had I even not had my channel, I don't know if I would have found those people.
Right. Right.
So it's funny because my other friend and one of my best friends in California, she, I was happy for her because she found this person, like we call them flesh friends, and I'm like, oh, I'm so happy you found somebody, that you can be in real life with that has these same points of view, because it just seems like we're all spread out. But then she called me the other day and she was upset because they were talking about all the holes in the COVID story and stuff, and her friend was like, yeah, this is BS, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden her friend's like, oh yeah, my parents got COVID, so I can't hang out with you right now. And she's like, what? And we were also talking about, okay, even though if you know this bullshit, it also takes another level of confidence to be able to stand up to people, because the social pressure is very intense for people too. So there are people that probably maybe even agree with what you have to say, but they don't have the strength to stand up and come out, stand out from the crowd and be like, so her friend, even though she knows, she's letting her family control her and, make her feel guilty and shameful for being, and my friend doesn't wear a mask either, and so now they're trying to talk her into wearing a mask, and it's just insane. It was just just kind of heartbreaking, because she was just upset, and she was just like, well, I don't know why, I'm like, I'm sure I know she knows this is bullshit. And I'm just like, dude, it's a social pressure, because that's it too. And this is why I'm so adamant about not wearing a mask or not, not giving into the shit. I don't care. I don't like arguing with people. You would think I do, because I have been this past year. I don't really like arguing with people. I like to laugh. I like to talk to people. I'm a people person. But somebody has to stand up to these MFers, because, nobody, I mean, you have to set an example, and then it's, even when I go out and I see somebody that doesn't have a mask on, I'm so inspired, even if it's just one other person. You don't feel so alone.
Right.
And
that's true. That is true.
And
But I know during this whole thing, 5 people stopped talking to me.
Oh, what? 5
people stopped talking, and it was like one of those, we discussing it, discussing. I mean, because dialogue back and forth, but no one wants to dialogue. It's like when you said the group think. If you're black, you're supposed to think the same way. And I said no. I said I'm looking at it from all sides, and it's like they didn't like that, so they abruptly hung up on me.
You know what's funny though too? The same people that have the group think and that think you should think like them get mad when another race accuses them of being alike, thinking alike. I'm like, okay, you can't have it both ways. Which is it?
Right.
Exactly.
So and I was like, wow. And I'm not calling them back. I said, you hung up for me. I'm not calling you back.
Yeah.
I said it's good to dialogue, and we get the saying go, we can agree to disagree, and that's it. But the thing what happened, I said you can't. My facts and evidence, you can't dispute it. I mean, it's right there in front of you. And then and I tell everybody, stop watching the news.
Yeah.
I said stop watching the news, because I told somebody, if I see a news reporter outside, and they said, I would tell them, man, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're lying, especially the black ones. You're lying. You're promoting this, false narrative around people, and you don't care. You care about your career. But at the end of the day, they'll throw you under the bus.
Oh yeah, and just how is that just as bad as racism? But
exactly.
That's just as bad as these people that cry all day about racism, but they're more harmful and hateful than than the races they say that you are or that you're sitting up to.
Exactly.
And it's like I don't really. I mean, my cousin, we got into it a couple of days ago, and she started it. Like, she called me up, and she was like, bye, Trump, ha, 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 Biden is president now. And I'm just like, I'm not even trying to throw anything in your face. Like, why are you calling me up? I'd be more concerned, I'm like, oh, are you okay? I know you like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, that's more my personality. Like, but we got into it, and then she I hung up on her 3 times, and she still called me back, and I was just like, I hung up on her, because I'm just like, I was trying to tell her what I thought, and she just thinks she knows everything, and she wants to she has a master's, and she's like, I'm a psychology major, and I was like, oh my god, I fucking you paid money to become extra stupid. Like, I don't get I don't get your passion about just trying to tell me that about my what do you call it, the passion about trying to tell me about my my thoughts or my because how I should think. I'm not doing that to you, so why are you trying to do that to me? I just rather not talk about politics and agree to disagree, since I know that we don't get along. Which it's just but the leftists, most of the leftists I know are like that.
Yeah, and like I said, most of it, when you discuss, you talk to them. It's like all they're doing is repeating what they heard on television.
Yeah.
And then when you ask them, what's the facts and evidence, because like the question I asked a lot of black folks, they say they hate Trump. I said, okay, what is it? What about him that you don't like? Oh, he's a racist. I said, okay, but what did he say that was racist? Oh, he's racist. Yeah, but what did he say that was racist?
Because he is.
So I got that too. I'm like, what did he say?
Yeah.
He's racist. They couldn't answer it. I said, because you were told by somebody else that he's this way. One woman told me, well, if everybody's saying it, it can't be wrong. I said, so you go by hearsay.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, and he said, oh, he never, what is it, disavowed. I said, he did that. He's been doing that since the 80s.
Yeah, he had a black girlfriend. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what
Like,
you know,
really?
right
Do
there.
racist
And I
people,
told
do
them,
white
doing it since the
supremacists have
80s.
black girlfriends? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
And the thing what happened, and there was a documentary on Netflix about the Trump legacy, and I watched it, and watching it is like the whole family never was liked. His father wasn't liked. His great grandfather, the one first one that came over, wasn't liked.
He's new money. That's why he's new money.
Yeah, that's it. And then what happened, and then what they said, like the old money told Papa Trump, don't build in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Just stay in Brooklyn and Queens. They don't want to see him over there. Because also with him, with the Trump men, they always marry a domestic. They don't marry up. They marry a little down. So I think that was one thing. Anyway, what happened is that if you remember the story, when Trump borrowed the money for his pops to build, first thing he did, he put the Trump Tower right on Fifth Avenue.
I love it.
And that was to give the finger to those people that told his father he couldn't build it. He built it. Hey, now how many buildings did he build in that he built in or restore in Manhattan?
Yeah.
There's the ice skating rink in Central Park that was dilapidated for years. He bought that, renovated it, and opened up the ice skating rink in Central Park. So I was telling somebody, I said, dude, I said, the thing what happened, he rejuvenated New York City after the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, after the 70s, when it was a bank, or like how it is now, on the verge of bankruptcy and all this other stuff, him and whoever other people got together and started building, the construction business started being booming in the early to mid 80s. And everything he was like, it was a Trump project or whatever. And I said, that's what happened. I said, now, from that time to the early 90s, that's when you started seeing the new New York happen. The new boom, the new economic boom. Disney came in, and everybody came in because of him. And then I told somebody to do. I said, how is it that 10 years ago everybody wanted to be on his reality show? Then he comes in, he runs for president. Oh, I hate his ass. I said, and then to me, now him being, and then everyone said, oh, I don't like how he talks. I said, dude, he's a street dude.
He's from New York.
He's a street guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you come at him, and everybody that lives here that's old school knows, you come at, they're going to come back at you.
Yeah, I know. I love that. I think that's sexy.
That's what I'm saying. I said, that's how he gets.
That's called not being a little bitch.
Like,
it's called not being a little bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, I think because he grew up, he's from Queens. I said, dude, that's how everybody from his, if you were born and raised, that's how you get down. No matter if you're rich, where he is, or you come from the neighborhood, back then, that's how you were. So the thing what happened, I told people, I said, dude, I said, I don't like how he talk, because he used to, the Obama slick talk, or the politician slick talk.
Yeah.
But you got a guy that's being honest, he letting you know what's going on. He told you what was going on.
Yeah.
He basically even when he was doing the the rallies, he was telling you what they were doing. And then I said, and then that's what you said. It's like he knew money, and then they never even in politics the politician never looked at him as one of them.
Yeah.
And I said that's what it is because he wasn't one of them. You talking about a first guy in history that never held a public office in his life get the highest seat in the world.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, that's impressive. So that if Obama was the first black president, he was the first common man to get the seat. And over, 400 years? 200, 300 years, 200 years?
Yeah.
I said, come on. I said, and then he's going in there with the patriotism and, what he knows about, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and all that stuff. He going in there, he didn't see that. And I'm speculating. I don't know, but I'm just saying. But from his actions, you could tell that's what I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like this. No, we can't do that. So it's like they bombed. They had to get rid of it because it reminded me of this movie. I don't know if you saw it. You ever saw that movie, Meet John Doe?
Meet John Doe. No.
Meet John Doe with Gary Cooper and Barbara Stanwyck.
Mm-mm.
And what happened, John Doe was a patsy for this new political political, you know what I'm saying? No, new political thing coming in. So what happened? They used him and what they had in they call the John Doe movement to get new voters for this new political party. And he found out for it, and he said no, the John Doe movement wasn't supposed to be that. So he tried to expose them, and they same thing. They shut them down in the media. They discredit them in the media, call them on top of scammers and whatever. And I said, and I was telling them, dude, there's no one inside. If you're not in that crowd, they're basically trying to make sure you're not. I didn't mean to talk so long.
It's okay. And I let people kind of talk.
Yeah.
But
let me not hold you up. I know you got other callers.
Yeah.
All right, Vern. So you take it easy and keep up the good work.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day. All right.
You too.
512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. Anybody, everybody. Hello. Good morning. Buenos Doritos.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Who's this?
Hello?
Yes, who's this?
O.
Hey, what's up,
O.
O? How you doing, O? How you feeling? What you gonna talk about today?
I don't want to say that this has been, people be like, the next couple of days are going to be crazy and stuff like that. What I want to know, I guess I'm not asking, but I'm just thinking out loud. For all these like Q supporters and all that stuff, they said, okay, there's going to be an arrest here and this and that. And I'm thinking just practically, why would you release the war strategy? That's just not smart planning. So, all these I guess these people that are talking about there's a plan. Me personally, I think that there is something behind the scenes brewing that the public is not aware of. But like all these people talking about, okay, there's going to be a blackout, then there's going to be a there's going to be a mass arrest and all this stuff.
Well, maybe it's a diversion, because maybe it's a diversion. Because I know that they can't say the details out loud. They can't say them publicly,
Yeah, but why even give away anything? Like
it is a diversion tactic, I would say. If people are led in one direction, they think something is going to happen. You kind of like muddy up the waters so people don't really know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and see that's a problem though, because a lot of well-meaning people are going along with it, and a lot of people are really let down by the events on the 6th and all that, and I don't know, I always wondered that, like, why would you give away the war strategy? Like, if I was a general, like, I would only tell like a group of individuals that I can really trust.
Yeah.
But
well, that's probably what's happening. I think that there are only a few people that really, really, really know. But I think that anything else other than that is speculation, and then people have to just kind of like figure out, just wait. I mean, I'm just waiting. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I don't know, what's. I don't know what's in store. I think something is gonna happen though. I know whether being a Q follower or not a Q follower. I know that there are people. We know that there are people that know that there were voter fraud that's working to expose what's going on. Whether it's, like Epoch Times or Project Veritas or like, people that we don't even know about, there are people that are working to make sure that this cabal does not get taken over. I just don't know the details, and I don't really have to know the details, and maybe I shouldn't know the details, I don't know. I mean, I think that's the frustrating thing right now. People are just going to have to wait and see what happens. There's nothing we can do. We can pray. We can, have good intentions. I'm just, I'm going about my show. I'm working on my music. I'm going about my life as the best way I can. I do have food and water stored and ammo because I think something really could happen, between then. But that's all, just make sure you're stopped. You should have been prepared anyway. People that are watching, that you should have had your stuff prepared anyway. So be prepared and just wait, and I'm not, because it's driving me crazy, just every day looking up, oh, what's happening? Oh my God, it's going to drive me crazy. So I'm just basically taking my focus and putting it where I can, have the most effect, which is on my own personal life. And that's it.
Yeah.
And just whatever happens, happens. And then I have to react to whatever happens after that.
Yeah. I definitely rock with that. But, I'm just looking at this, and like I said, I never thought this was over. Like, even after the 6th, I was
no, it's not.
My spirit.
No, yeah, I know. It's weird. I was demoralized a little bit. And it was just a tough day that day anyway. But I think, there's just something in me that can't, I don't know if it's like I'm crazy, but there's just something in me that just feels like it's not over, and I just don't want to give up. I don't feel like I'm going to be like, it's over. I genuinely don't feel that. I don't feel like it's done. And I know, like there's so many people that voted for Trump. Like, what was it, 80 million people? There's so many, there's so much.
More. I think
it was more. I'm saying that's what, I do too, but I'm just saying that's the estimate, right, that they're giving us. So most of these people voted for Trump. There were a lot of silent supporters. There are a lot of people that know that he cheated. This shit ain't over. It's not. And then I was reading something in the chat saying, somebody in the chat was saying, oh, the Trump era is over. You guys just need to focus on, voting for what counts. But I'm like, if they rig the election, why is voting going to count?
Why do you vote?
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm not going to vote out. If they don't fix this shit, I'm not voting ever again. For what?
Exactly.
For what?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of these conservative media talking about, well, we're just going to primary them out and we're going to vote them out. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? We just came out in record numbers to vote for something we believe in.
The Amish was voting and shit.
They just robbed that shit. They just took that shit from us. Like, this election, well, the elite's giving a big fuck you to the masses, telling them, it doesn't matter what y'all say. We can do whatever the fuck we want. And you're just going to bend over and take it.
Exactly.
That's what this shit was. And you want me to, I drove from Houston to Dallas to vote. You know what I'm saying? And you think I'm gonna vote? I'm like, fuck y'all, man. Y'all, like, and that's the issue. Like what you were saying earlier about conservatives. I'm like, man, too many conservatives are straight pussy.
Yeah, they are.
Like, they were talking about, everybody started talking about we disavow the violence or we condemn the violence. How many of these politicians came out? I'm talking about these left-wing radical politicians. Came out and condemned all the violence that was going on this summer. They were egging that shit on.
Yeah.
They were talking about, well, yeah, these people are unhappy and blah, 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 and yeah, they should write and all this stuff. They're telling the police to stand down.
Not only that, they were going outside and, like, marching with them and shit.
Yeah, Nancy, not Nancy Pelosi. Maxine Waters talking about, if you see Trump voters, scream in their face and blah, 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 and all that shit. And I'm like, that's inciting violence right there.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, how many of these hypocrites came out and talking about, well, we don't believe in violence and this and that? I'm just looking at this shit. I'm like, this is why quote unquote conservatives fucking lose, because you play fair when the other person is playing dirty. I remember when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Me and my brother were playing basketball, and I'm the youngest, but I'm the youngest brother. And, I felt he was cheating. So I go inside the house. I'm like, damn, man, he's cheating. And my dad said, shit, cheat back.
Right? My mom would be like, I know. You have to fight fire with fire. You have to fight fire with fire. And I think, that's where a lot of the ego comes in. Because they can just, like, I don't really go to a lot of protests, because I can't handle people hitting me and me doing anything back. Like, I see some of that, like, how some of my friends who are reporters who have gone to a certain place and people just rail on them. And I saw what happened to Andy No, and they'll just be like, look at these people, look at how they're acting. Oh my God, like, I'm not going to stoop down to that level. Somebody, if that was me, somebody's going to get their balls broke. Like, I might get hurt, but I'm taking somebody down with me. I'm not going to sit there and let somebody, like, beat me. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I don't know, like, but they know that you're gonna do that, so it's just like you're gonna let somebody break your arm just so they can look bad, but you can look like you're the one that's the righteous one. No, they're gonna fucking get their arm broken too.
Yeah, straight up, and that's another problem. I mean, I know this is a side topic, but that's a problem in itself. Like, why are all these young women like going to protest? You know, like, not by themselves, but like, I'm like, yo, I'm like, damn, like, are there no men? Like,
I know. Like, I feel that. Especially,
like, I saw that dude throw you out. I'm like, damn, like, I was like, you need a man.
I know.
Like,
you know what happened was? Well, I'm trying to get the footage, right? Because and that wasn't even security. It was some dude, and security let that shit happen.
Yeah.
So I filed a police report, and I was winded, like I was out of breath. He threw me down. I was still trying to leg lock him, and then I was like, I was livid though. I was livid. You know?
Yeah, but you shouldn't have. I'm saying, like, you shouldn't have had to go through all that. Like, there was.
Yeah.
Like people, like a lot, like for a man to put his hands on a woman
from the back,
like a random woman
from the back,
like that's fucking cowardly. Yeah,
from the back.
Cowardly.
Like, he didn't even come at me in the front. He knocked my phone out too because I was recording. So all you see, like, I'm recording, and then I'm arguing with the security guy, and then he's like, "Get the fuck out, dog!" And then you see the phone fly, and then the phone turns off. He threw my phone on the street, and then threw me out, and then I'm trying to get back in, but it was just like, you know, from the back. That's just fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, when I've had problems with women, I'll either walk away, or if she's with a man, I'll be like, hey man, you need to get your woman, man. Like, you know, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Like, it's either one or the other. I'm not about to hit a woman, but you know. But I don't know. It's just this, like the other caller. He said that, you know, whoever the president is has no bearing on your life. This is different. This shit will have a bearing on everybody. Like, I watched Joe Biden give the address about how he's going to do the economic recovery, and he was talking about, I want shots in the arms of 100 million Americans in my first 100 days, and you know, then he's going to be targeting the blacks and the Latino community and all this shit like that, and you know, people talk about they don't like the way Trump speaks. I don't like the way Biden speaks.
Yeah.
Every time he's speaking to people, like, it's like he's lecturing them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or like he's speaking from a place of higher authority and shit like that. Like, every time I see him, I kind of just get the urge to, like, kick somebody in the face.
I know. I know.
This dude's just evil, and you know, he's senile, and it's just kind of like he's a puppet. He's literally a puppet. Like, somebody probably got their hand up his ass and just moving his mouth and shit like that at this point. Because I mean, I just don't think he's cognitively competent to do.
They'll probably kill him. They'll probably kill him and put Kamala in a place, because she's very, you know, she's a psychopath, sociopath. You know.
Oh yeah.
She'll do their bidding willingly. She'll probably rip his heart out and eat it if they ask her to. You know.
Oh yeah. But you know, that's probably how she gets down anyway. She's probably eaten people before. So.
Sure, I'll eat Joe Biden's heart. Most definitely, yeah. You know, I'll do that. You know. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think this is over. I don't know if I'm, like, in denial. I'm open to the fact it could be in denial, but, like, deep down, I don't feel in my gut that this shit is over and that they're gonna prevail. I just don't. But I just have to wait and see what happens. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what other people have planned. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely not in denial, because like I'm like, at this point I've been ready for whatever since since I saw what they were doing for COVID, I'm just like, man, if they wanna go to war, just let's get it on. Cause I'm not gonna be a slave.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be.
But,
My friend and I, she was joking. She was, she had me roll it. She was like, she goes, what if they vaccinate you and then you come back and you're like, I like my mask. I don't know what the ruckus is about. Like they're gonna turn us into cyborgs, you know?
yeah,
And
like
who
Get
knows?
Out and shit like that.
Yeah, like that. You ever saw that lecture where the guy was talking about fun vax, for the vaccine for fundamentalists? And how
No, I ain't
basically,
seen that.
yeah, it's you might be able to steal that because that's kind of an old one. They keep putting it up, but if you Google fun vax, so this lecture is talking about how this guy is developing a vaccine for religious fundamentalists, basically.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
it targets a part. Yeah, it targets a part in the
Like,
brain.
people are nuts.
It targets a part of the brain where it like makes them not as radical. I'm like, basically, that's what they want us to be. They don't want us to be. It's just a brave new world, right? The scientific dictatorship where they're like talking about the epsilons and the deltas and shit like that.
Yeah, there's no way they can do that. Like, they like to play God, but
No,
the-
they can do it, but they're gonna try and do it. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
yeah, what I'm saying, like the brain is so plastic and the human body's so resilient. You know, like I was reading this book. It's called Teach Your Baby How to Read, and you know there was this account where this kid he had a brain injury. They took out half of his brain, and then like he started functioning normally. You know, because you know one side of his brain was just stronger. You know, for you know the sake of his functionality. But you know your brain is so plastic, and you know the human body's just so resilient. You know, we're not just a clump of matter.
Yeah, I know.
Like people say, and I don't want to get into New Ageism because I'm not a New Ager. Like I'm a God-fearing man. You know, I love the Bible.
Well, but the
stuff
New
like
Age,
that. But
New Age uses a lot of religious. You know, it's a mixture of a lot of religious philosophy and a lot of religious doctrines and stuff as well. You know.
Yeah.
You know, so
but,
I mean, but I know what you mean. It's you basically say, but yeah, this is the thing too. I talk about this with my friends a lot too. Is that they play God, but they don't like the human body is so complex and is such an intelligent specimen that they think they have control over, but they don't. They don't even have 1/10 of the control they think they have over it. They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know. So they're throwing this stuff. They might be able to do it to some people. I mean, I think they know what they're doing to a certain degree with the autistic population and stuff, and how they have been able to inflame people's brains and make certain things. But it's still, I think that some of this stuff, if it's done right, can be recoverable still. You know, it's basically they'll put a wrench in it, but they won't destroy the human body or the human spirit. You know, but they're trying.
Most of the brain injuries, you know, are just they manifest in the brain, but their origin is in the gut.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So like,
well, the vagus
you know,
nerve, right? It's a gut-brain
sure
connection.
you know that.
Yeah, the gut-brain connection through the vagus nerve,
Yeah.
connecting the brain to the gut, and then so allegedly we have 3 brains really: our brain, our gut, and then our heart. They're all different brains or sources of information or intelligences in our bodies. So, you know, it's fascinating. It's fascinating, and then that's a whole nother conspiracy about what they teach in medical school, and then whatever they teach the public, separate from what they teach in medical school, and how, you know. So yeah, I'm actually gonna get my I'm actually gonna take a course in the next 2 months of being a health coach, because I really want to like help people heal from a lot of this stuff. And doctors ain't getting it, and I'm just frustrated, and I'm frustrated. You know, that I have to go, the only choice I have to go to, like, if I am sick, is an allopathic doctor that's just going to give me medicine, and they don't know shit about healing. So I'm just like, dude, I need, you know, to join this army of, like, healers that's about to pop up, because a lot of people are getting this shit, you know, and people aren't going to heal from all their autoimmune diseases and everything that they're suffering through the allopathic model. It's just not working. It doesn't fit. You know. So.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, it's I'm kind of like torn because I still want to be a doctor. I still want to go to medical school, but you know, I don't know how I'm going to navigate this world of vipers and you know all these people trying to convince me something is true and it's not, and you know I don't know how I'm going to do that. But you know,
have you just thought about being a naturopath? Like, take your MCAT, get all that shit done. You know, see if you can get into a medical school, and then go to naturopath. Go be a naturopath.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. Cause I just want that. I want that prescription authority, the power. I want the authority to actually prescribe and stuff like that. You know, and you know, I know this is fucked up to say, but I do want that respect in the field. You know, because naturopaths don't. You know, people don't respect them. You know,
Wait. Do you want to respect people? Do you want to respect people? Respect naturopaths. What are you talking about? People respect naturopaths.
No, I'm talking about people in the field.
Why do you want the respect though? Those are assholes. Why do you want the respect of assholes? Why?
I know, but,
okay, get over that first.
But I don't.
Get over that.
No. It's
okay.
Not.
Go on.
It's not that I want their respect. It's more so that it's kind of like with this COVID stuff. You know, a lot of chiropractors are coming out and they were like, yeah, this is all bullshit. And then, you know, people would say, well, what does he know? He's just a chiropractor. And I'm just like chiropractors are trained, a lot of chiropractors are more trained in healing modalities than the actual quote unquote doctors.
I know. Then why do you want to be a doctor? Obviously, chiropractors are more.
Because I need people to listen to me. That's why.
Well, but if you make if you're groundbreaking with your research and your ability to heal people will listen to you. But then they're not going to come after you, and after you have an MD, they're going to be like, oh, well, he's a quack, because the MDs that I know that speak on this, they do that too. So it doesn't matter. If you're not kissing their ass and if you're not doing what they tell you to do exactly how they tell you to do it, doesn't matter if you're an MD, if you're a naturopath, or whatever. They're not going to respect you, and they're going to call you a quack no matter what. So that's not going to save you. And my friend Robert, he's a homeopath. Robert Scott Bell, I don't know if I told you to listen to his show. He's healed, I don't know, maybe thousands of people in his career. He's not a doctor, and he decided not to, I don't think he's properly licensed, because they realize too that if you do become successful and heal people, then they're going to come after your license. So and then Thomas Cowan, another MD that I follow, and even Andrew Kaufman, I think, they said he's also an MD though.
Yeah.
He's
an
MD and a psychiatrist.
You got to go to medical school to become a psychiatrist.
Yeah. So he's basically said that, like, he's going to relinquish his license because of the work that he's getting into now. He knows that they're going to come after him. So, it doesn't even matter. Like, him and Thomas Cowan's an MD too. They're relinquishing. You should look, see if you can identify the doctors who are MDs who are basically giving up their license so they can practice a natural healing.
Thomas Cowan is the guy that said that the heart is not a pump, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's interesting. Like, I got to look at more of his stuff and read more of his writings and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
When you've been all your life like the heart is a pump and all that stuff, and you try to conceptualize, well, how is it not a pump? And me, I'm not dogmatic. If you tell me something, then I'll try to conceptualize it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. He's an interesting dude. So, like,
the thing is, though,
I'm gonna check him out some more.
Thing is, though, sweetie, you gotta, like, you'll get, like, okay, do you want respect from the cult members who don't know shit about healing, or do you want respect?
No.
Or you want respect?
From the people.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the path that you follow, because doesn't matter. I mean, if you're healing people and these assholes, look, you know about Elizabeth Kinney and polio? Do you know about that situation?
Yeah, that nurse that was healing people, and then they started setting her up and all that.
Yeah, exactly. She actually healed people, but she didn't get respect because she's like, oh, she's not a doctor, but she healed people, and maybe she's not going down in the history books, but she's People will remember her. Her legacy will live on in the people that she healed. Alan Alda, gave her credit and was like, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be walking today. I would still have polio. People, the vaccine didn't cure polio. It's allegedly a preventative. So if you had polio, you were fucked. She was the only person that was curing people, and she humiliated these doctors. People that they had given up on, she was able to cure. So, I mean, it's not, the curing isn't from, one of my main goals and one of my things on my bucket list is to basically, I would love to be a hand in bringing back the free market medical system. I want to create an army of healers and teachers. Because it's not going to, the way that the medical system is set up, it's just making things worse. What, like,
it's not sustainable either.
It's not sustainable. It's making things worse. It's making people sicker. It's killing more people. So why would I even want to be involved in that? And they're teaching stuff in medical school now that I think, they haven't even been able to locate a nucleus. A lot of these models that we have for the human body aren't even correct. So you're going to go and learn all that stuff and then have to relearn it. If you want to go down that path, you're going to have to relearn it. So I would just do some research on some naturopaths and some of the doctors that are relinquishing their licenses and see what they're doing. And maybe even write to some of them and be like, look, I like your work. I want to be a doctor. If you were me at my point in my junction in my life that was about to go into medical school, how would you handle this? What would you do? And see what they say.
Yeah.
Maybe they can even mentor you. You know what I mean? Like, I think they will be happy to, because I know a lot of them have regret about going to medical school and going down that wrong path, because it was harder for them. So I'm sure if they can stop somebody from doing that and guide them the right way, that they'd be more than happy to do that.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't got my options open. But, I just, my good friend's dad just died because of this shit, just because, it was like, well, I'm doing what the doctor told me. And I'm just like, and I was like, I told my friend, I'm like, man, I could tell your dad what to do. He'll get better in like 30 days. But, he had so much faith in the doctor.
Exactly.
I'm just like, man, fuck.
Yeah, well, look at how many people die of cancer. They mostly die from the treatment, right? They die from the chemotherapy.
Yeah, from chemotherapy.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's like, oh, you have COVID, you can't breathe. We're gonna put you on a ventilator, but they die from the ventilator, but not from the COVID. But then it's written in the records that they die of COVID. It's the same shit. People die from the HIV medication, not HIV. It's the same. The cure is the thing that causes death, and I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. It's like, thank God I'm not on. All they want to do for my asthma was give me more steroids. And then that was going to cause problems. And I basically have oh God, I still take it when I really, really need it in an emergency. But I basically have like purged steroids from my body, right? So then I'm going to be on these steroids, which is over time and going to erode my joints, give me heart problems, fuck with my hormones. But, while all this while, they could have told me not to change my diet, to eat more anti-inflammatory foods. Simple shit, right? But they just want to put me up with medicine that's going to make my life more complicated and get me sicker. These people can suck it. I'm sick of these people. And I'm about to actually start speaking more out on that specifically. It's something I'm in the works with a friend and stuff, blogging and bringing a lot of this to light. Because especially after this COVID thing, it's just really, really infuriated me how this has been handled. And how, if you ask simple questions. I got into it the other day because when I got thrown out, I hurt my knee. And I wanted to go see the doctor, and they wouldn't let me in without a mask. I was like, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm like, and they're telling me, they're like, oh, well, you're a danger to me. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. I'm like, why don't you read the box? It was a nurse, but it was just like, it was like, retarded. Yeah, well, doctors are retarded too. I think doctors are more retarded. I actually have more respect for nurses, generally speaking.
Yeah, my mom's a nurse. I argue with her all the time because she's so, she just doesn't think outside the box. I'm just like, shit.
But the nurses spend time with the patients more, and they have more firsthand experience. And I even dated a guy that was a surgical tech for a while, and he was saying that, like, when he'd be in surgery, he'd have to tell the doctors, like, what to do, because he'd been a surgical tech for almost 20 years. But he'd be, like, in surgery, and they'd be like, oh, don't you need to do this and that? And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, my God. You're fucking telling the surgeons what to do? You know, I had another girlfriend of mine. Her husband was a surgeon, and he was an alcoholic, and he'd get plastered before he'd do surgery. So these people are fucking people. They're not better people because they they're a surgeon or a doctor. You know?
Happened cheated through undergrad anyway. Trust me, I know. Like I was in class with them. Cheating, they're assholes. They have no bedside manner.
Find an integrative medical office. I will look at somebody. I'm just reading the comments. Thank you. Yeah, so, I mean, just think about what I said. I mean, it's your life. You're a grown man. I understand. But I'm just saying, think about. I really would like to see you also save money and become an awesome healer. You know, like maybe there's a way around having to, you know, because if you're known for your work, you'll be successful via word of mouth. And, you know, you don't have to be like, you know, it's not about the credential. It's about the experience and the knowledge that you have. So,
I agree. But you know, we live in a fucked up world. So, but I'm not gonna hold you up.
All right,
nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
Keep the faith.
Yeah, you too.
We're gonna get through this.
All right, we will. All right.
We're gonna get through this.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you later.
Bye bye. What's up? All right, one more caller. Maybe two. Maybe five. Hello, good morning. Who is this?
Hey V, what's up?
Who's this? Oh, is this Kyle?
No, it's LaJean. God damn, my voice is off today.
Hey, LaJean, what's up?
Hey,
what's up?
Hey, man. Last night, okay. I'm gonna tell you something. Just stay between me and the audience, okay? I'm not gonna put too much out there, but I'm serious about this. I got some good intel from somebody whose husband or whose wife works in the she works for the government. I'm not gonna reveal too much about that dude because the person I was here when exposed it, they're like, it's one of those situations you didn't hear this from me type of shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It has to do with Mike Pence and pretty much that coin he got the other day. That might actually been a good sign for Trump. I won't put too much out there.
Wait, the what? Wait, dude, you're talking like 90 miles a minute.
Okay, the other day when Pence refused to reject the electors for Trump, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody's been on his head. Even Trump kind of like came out and said something against him, right? Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's all a public show. I mean, he was slipped a coin. I believe I forgot who slipped it to him, but somebody slipped him a coin. I don't think it was Pelosi. It was a dude, I think. Okay, well, my roommate, he said it was Pelosi. Slipped him a silver coin, right? Now, the silver coin represents secret society type shit. A lot of people caught that night that he was slipped a coin, and they took it as the three coins of Judas. You know, how he was given silver to portray Jesus. They're saying that that's pretty much what was being done here. But that insiders on the inside believe that, you know, Pence might be a double agent. So what you were saying the other day, you were saying you still have hope? Yeah, I'm trying to tell you that your hope is still there because Pence might be playing us all. You know, like he might be playing us all right now. We're going to see in a few days. But it's here really good because I'll tell you a little bit about it. I shouldn't, though, because they monitor phone calls. But it's like this. The shit that Pence, and I'm serious, this is that type of shit. That the coin that he got slipped the other night when he officially rejected the electors and the Democrats were all happy. Yes, he's fucking Trump over. He was slipped. Look at the video. He was slipped a coin, but I think it was Nancy. He was like when she went to go shake his hand, she slipped him a silver coin. That silver coin has to do with the Mormons. That's all I gotta say about that. And I'm gonna leave it at that because, like I said, there's all kinds of powers involved in this shit. And I'll just say that it's some secret society type shit, like Hollywood mutilating and sacrificing children type shit. All right, but I'm gonna just leave that on that stuff. So all I'm letting you know is Pence might not be the dick that we think he is right now. We're gonna see in a few days. So I'll leave that alone on that though. But I called you to say also what I put in the chat that you saw that Jack Dorsey, Twitter's bitch ass. I love Project Veritas. If y'all ain't watching that, that's the only place to get real news now. OAN, you know, America Online, you know,
the Epic Times, you know, with the newspaper, you know, and Newsmax. I still fuck with them a little bit. Fox, and Obamagate. Thank you, President Trump. I'm gonna get back to Dorsey in a second, but thank you, President Trump, for exposing his tranny and her husband's evil shit that they've been doing. You know, today is a day that Donald Trump puts out documents from Obamagate, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was breaking news last night that those are some of the documents he is declassifying, that he is putting out there for the American people to show. See, I wasn't lying. It's all documented right here how Barack Obama used the FBI to monitor my campaign and try to pull up dirt on me when I was running for president. Even though Barack Obama, oh no, we didn't do that. Why would we monitor a private citizen? Because you know he's probably allowed to get in his damn office, and if he gets in there, he's gonna declassify a lot of shit you motherfuckers want to keep secret, like this. Yeah. So today, as of today, Donald Trump is declassifying Obamagate papers to show that the Steele dossier was bullshit. All this was lies. The Rich collusion was lies, and it's all documented from Obama's administration itself. So this is not like some third world conspiracy theory that say no. This is Obama's people because they have to make documentation of the actions they take, and this is proof that they were monitoring Donald Trump's campaign, that they were trying to spy on him, and that they created the Steele dossier to put dirt on him because Hillary Clinton was going to get in trouble for all the uranium she's been selling to Russia for all these years, and how they were going to fucking expose her for dealing with countries that can't stand us. Yeah. So to get the heat off of her, hey, Donald Trump is cool with Vladimir Putin. And of course, these numbnuts believe this bullshit.
Yeah.
And they go for it all the time. So they believe in racist shit, which is stupid. Motherfucker's been overrun for more than you and my mama combined. But now he's racist all of a sudden. I find that the people who are the most racist in the world are the ones who try to tell you someone else is racist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's how it always go. Right? The Bible-thumping preacher is the pedophile. You know what I mean? Like
when you point one finger at somebody else, you got three sticking at you, back at you. Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, you motherfuckers, you lying, you Hollywood bastards. I don't like you, and like I said, I am gonna be an actor. I'm just not gonna fuck with you in your fucking ritual killing babies to keep yourselves young parties at night. I'm not fucking with y'all on that shit. I'm just fucking with you on that paycheck and being on the big screen. That's all. All that secret society shit, all that. Oh yeah, Tom Hanks with your little pedophile ass. Yeah. I'm sorry to tell you, if you like Toy Story, oh yeah, you do. I'm sorry, B, but Tom Hanks is a pedophile. Sorry. They all are.
I used to love Tom
They're all
Hanks.
pedophiles. That's why his ass ran to Greece, because out there they consider it a disease and not a crime. So he can go out there, and when it's revealed that he touches little boys in his little woody cabin, that we don't consider that a crime. You just need to go to hospital for 2 years, and then you'll be okay. That's our boys. And I've been hearing some shit about the Pope. I've been paying attention to the Pope because I'm paying what's going on in America. But getting back to Jack Dorsey, Twitter was exposed or doing a secret, having one of their secret meetings. Mm-hmm. And during the secret meetings, he laid out for his employees the agenda, the left's agenda to crush conservative voices and to pretty much run shit.
Oh, dude, where were you, dude? I showed that video at the beginning of the show. You're late, dude. You're late. You're busted, man.
Oh, I'm so well. I am late. I'm glad you talk about that all down there. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you didn't know about Obamagate.
No, I didn't know about that.
But really today though, Obama, it's going to prove how he's a liar. He's a liar. He's a manipulator. He to me he's nothing but an Al Sharpton who got into a higher position. That's all he is. He's another fucking Al Sharpton. Mm-hmm. One of these niggas who say he helped blacks, but when it comes to black causes, his ass disappears. But when a white person do something, I've been with you this whole time. I couldn't tell nigga you so far in the back with your transsexual husband. I couldn't tell Obama with your fat ass. Fucking father fucker. I can't stand that dude now. Because I look how we used our skin color against me and you back in the days, and it worked.
Did you vote for him the first time?
I was like, hey, black president. Yay!
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did, yeah. Dude, I would drive. He will ever be. I so fell for it. I would drive around in my car and listening to the Yes We Can song and like cry and shit. It was all. I took the bowl of Kool-Aid and I was like, go. I mean, you know what? We can admit it though.
I missed you this morning because I was updating my page. I told you I got my little page on Twitter that I do. Yeah. So I was uploading that. I happened to see you were alone live, and I had to come holler at you and tell you that the Penn shit, that some secret society shit's going down right now. That's why Trump is gonna get his balls back and get ready to talk shit because he pretty much. Well, I mean, why else would you impeach a president that's supposed to be leaving office in a few days?
I know. I'm like, y'all can't wait. Like, what's going on?
And now it's starting to make sense because these motherfuckers know he probably ain't gonna leave office. So therefore, let's try to get them out the other way. And all you're doing is watering down the term impeachment. Like you've already watered down the term Nazi. You've watered down the term racist. You've watered down every term that fits your agenda to where now these words mean absolutely nothing in the lexicon no more. If you talk about a Nazi, it's not a motherfucking Trump supporter. It's a fucking goose-stomping National Socialist from Germany, you fucks.
Yeah.
That's what a Nazi is. All right? It's not an American citizen who supports their president, you fuckers. I hate you fuckers out there. You fucking soy boys. You fucking feminists who hate men. Fuck all you fuckers. I'm male. I'm a toxic male, and I love it.
But you're not toxic.
I know I'm not. I'm just normal. But to them, I'm the worst thing walking on the planet because I'm a man who refuses to use pronouns.
I love men. I love men. I love women too. I love women as people, but men, like... If
I do too. I love everybody. But I don't like people that don't like me. But I don't care about them because I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
no,
I know you probably got a little time. I don't want to just bull, once again, like I said, I could talk to you for the rest of the hour easily because I love talking to you. But I know everybody do too, so I gotta hang up. This is the worst part of the show for me, is when I have to let you go.
Aw. If I wasn't black, I'd be red right now.
I don't want to put you in a position where, you have to see me like, okay, could you like wrap it up? Because first of all, you've been droning on for a while, and now you're like going into half-hour status. Can we wrap it up, please?
Well, I'll let you know. I'm kind of bad at it though. But yeah, people are giving you good love in the chats though. They like your energy.
Oh, well, yeah, because I can't read the chat. Because unfortunately, I'm on phone. I be wanting to see what they be saying, but I like to get my shit off my chest with you.
This guy was like, I love a masculine man. Bump that. There's a guy that gave you a thumbs up. This dude, it always keeps it super real. This guy is pure awesomeness. So, yeah, you're getting... I think.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, when I learned this last night, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna go there with it, but I'll just say certain parts of my body stood to a kick when I heard that Trump still got a really good shot to pull this off in the ninth inning, bottom of the ninth, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah.
I'm really feeling good. It's just talking to you where I thought you still have faith, you got to. Like I said, don't be an Amazing Lucas. Don't be a bitch, who just, don't be an Amazing Lucas. Don't be that guy. All right, just don't be that guy. All right. And we all know and everybody in the chat room, you know what I'm talking about. We know what the Make It Losing did, so keep playing Spider-Man, punk, because we don't need you on this side. Keep playing Spider-Man. Man, it's looking good for our president to where I just want to see what else comes out in these Obamagate files, because, I mean, you got to expose Obama. And hopefully, I'm the type of person, I want him to declass every fucking thing about the Martians that came over here and shoved probes up people's ass since the 50s. I want to know about all this shit you motherfuckers in the government been knowing about, and you're like, telling us shit.
You like everything.
Like Independence Day. Remember we see Independence Day? And when the dog said, what about Area 51 you guys? And the president said, no, that don't exist. And the guy that told him, Mr. President, that's not exactly true. Exactly. I want to know everything you motherfuckers are doing for the last 100 years in America that you've been hiding from the American people. The ones that pay your motherfucking salary, not the other way around. You work for us, motherfucker. We don't work for you.
I'm going to take this caller. I'm going to take this caller.
Hey, V, I love you, girl, and I'm going to sit here and watch the rest of the show, all right?
Okay, bye-bye. Hey, what's going on? Hello? I can't hear you. Speak up. Oh no, okay. How do we fix this? I hear wavering in the background. I don't hear any voices. I don't know if it's your phone. I can't even tell if it's a guy or a girl who I'm talking to. Okay. Call back. Maybe that. Okay, I'll stay on for one more caller. Like 5 more minutes. Man, I don't know what happened to Amazing. Maybe he got brainwashed about the video games. I mean, I don't really watch him. I don't really watch other YouTubers because when you do your own thing, it's hard to keep up with everybody. If I see my friends on and they're having a live, I'll just pop in for a minute. I'll be like, hey, what's up? Oh my God, I love you. I'll give them a like and then I'll bounce because it's just like you don't have time. I know so many YouTubers now. If I watch everybody else's shows all the time, then I'd have to what do you call it? I'd have to I wouldn't have time to do anything. Okay, one more caller, 512-481-7464. And on top of that, there's so many good people coming out right now. My friend Anunge, thank you so much for subscribing to her channel, you guys. She she got some new subscribers, and she was like, she called me up. I was like, girl, why are you talking to me? Go make some videos. I'm like, you got some fans now. They're watching out for you. I was like, go make some videos. And she's like, okay. Anyway, 512-481-7464. All right, if nobody calls in 5 minutes, I'm going to wrap it up. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Okay. And I don't even consider myself a Republican, y'all. I'm a patriot, but I don't know if I'm gonna vote, you know, after this. I really didn't have faith in candidates, I would say. Wasn't too sure about the system, but now, especially with all of this Dominion shit and how they just stole this election, you know, I don't know. You know, if it's going to be worth it, because if they can steal this election where we know most of the people voted for Trump and they just basically chose who they wanted anyway, then what's the point of voting? So when the people, the Republicans, say, oh, we just have to vote him out. I was like, what are you fucking talking about? With what? With the fake ass system that basically flips votes and fake mail-in ballots? Really? Okay. But, you know, I won't be putting my energy into that. Yeah, I'm a registered independent. I will never register to any party, especially with all the nonsense. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what I registered. I don't know if I'm registered as a Republican or I don't remember. I really don't even remember what I'm registered as. If I did an independent or Republican, just so I can. I know I'm not a Democrat anymore, technically registered as that. So, all right. I think I'm just gonna wrap it up, y'all. All right. Well, nobody's calling. Thanks for the people that called in. I'll be back Wednesday. 10 a.m. Central Time. Anybody want to ask me anything in the chats before I wrap it up? Wrap it up, yo. Wrap it up, yo. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up, yo. All right. I'm just doing my promos and I'm gonna bounce. That was a hiccup. Those were hiccups. Hickety hiccup. Where is? Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, well, let's quit Skype. Alright. Alright, guys. If you want to support this channel, please join Patreon. That's the best. Or you can join Subscribestar. Please join my email list. I need to keep in touch with you, especially with all the censorship that's going on. You can also support by going to the Truther Talk store, buying artwork, memes, zines, or the Conspiracy Wheels t-shirts, the All Lives Matter bumper sticker. Join me on Gab as Truther Talk. Keep up with me at my band Biavi. I'm on BitChute, Brighteon, Steemit, DTUBE. Listen to our podcast on SoundCloud. Buy my Conspiracy Realism course. What is this? Join my join my music channel. And join my backup channel. I have 8 more people. Let's see. Let me refresh. Maybe less. I'm 8 people away from 1,000. 1,000 views. 1,000 subscribers on my backup channel. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for your support. I will be back again Wednesday, 10 a.m. Central Time. And I will see you then. All right, guys. Peace, truth, love. Bye-bye. Mwah. And then I gotta hit the button. Hit the button, yo. Hit the button, yo. So what's never, yo. Hit the button, yo.